Still enjoying this?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
Like you did when you were younger?
I can't remember that far back.
Stop it. So what do you like, what you see so far?
I think, first of all, the precursor for everything is what we did this summer. And typically when the kids are working and there's good attendance, we create much better opportunities for us when practice begins. So from that standpoint, it was very positive. I think we started out okay thus far. We've had 3 good sessions. Enthusiasm is there, and it's it's a learning process that's in place. But now we need to expedite it a whole lot more than we did during the summer.
I should have brought the floppy hat you sent me. Yours is blowing around there. By the way, I appreciate that.
No, that's right.
Was the participation this summer any better than most, or was there a reason you bring that out?
It's just that the same thing happened last year. Coming out of COVID 3 years ago, it wasn't quite what it needed to be. And we struggled at times there, and just complications with being away and then having to come back, and it's kind of like a little kid waking up on Christmas morning. They wanted to do everything, and you still have to stay the course and maintain and do the things that are important.
You always appear to have good numbers, yet I hear coaches saying that they're losing football players to other sports and other distractions. Are your numbers still as good as they have been?
Yes, I think that we'll probably have 40 on the varsity, and that's a good working number for us. I know the JVs are going to be in the upper 20s, if not 30. And the freshmen were a little bit slight this year, but we think we'll have in the low 20s.
You always have great optimism when you start a season. I guess even though you lose players, that's part of the drill here, but you kind of like this process of high school athletics, don't you?
It's the growth that you see in the individual kids, and then the collective growth when, as we always tell the kids, to belong to something a little bit bigger than yourself, and to be able to have a say in the goals and objectives that you want to accomplish, and then have a contributing role into that, regardless of what it is a very positive thing for the kids.
How much were you hurt by graduation losses this year?
Oh, we lost some good kids, but we have good kids coming back, and it's just a matter of finding a place for them. As we told the kids last Friday at our team meeting, that the pieces are here. It's about putting them together, which is the responsibility of mine and the coaching staff, of course. But it's also for the kids to accept roles that they have. And I like the balance in the positions on both sides of the ball that we have. So we're creating depth, and that depth adds to the competitive realm of things. Who wants it a little bit more than the other guy?
I've talked to a lot of coaches. Some of them are building programs. They're creating cultures. You never really had to do that here. I mean, this goes back to Jeff Smith and Roy Kramer even. The culture has been here, hasn't it?
It has been a very, very solid tradition, if I can use that word. Mm-hmm. And we have a little saying here that we brought in when I took the job. Knowing about that tradition is that the eye of tradition is always watching. We have people stretched out all over the country, and I would be remiss to say that a lot of them on Saturday mornings during the fall, they'll go on the internet or call somebody and say, well, how did we do last night? And they're referring to us.
So you hear from a lot of alumni, huh?
Yes, and it's very gratifying when they come by. Even the kids that I've had the honor to coach, they come by. We always have them speak a couple words of support for the kids.
In the early going here, before you even get much scrimmaging in, your pads aren't even on yet. Is it just repetition, or what can you do in a non-football sense to kind of build team camaraderie?
I think you hit it right on the head of the nail, Fred. I think it's repetition. It's creating habits that are going to lend to hopefully some successful moments during the season.
You still enjoying this?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't.
You like you did when you were younger?
I can't remember that far back.
Stop it. But the enjoyment level is high, or as you say, you wouldn't do it, right?
Yes. I think, once again, the aspect is that's most gratifying is to see the growth that the kids have, and to allow them to be able to participate and to compete, and to be part of that thing that's a little bit bigger than themselves.
Tell me what it's like for you at 7 o'clock on Friday nights. The Friday night lights are on. What's that experience like for you? Why is that so special in high school football?
I guess I would say the purity of it all. The kids are out here. There's a lot of kids that won't play football again after this year. We'll have a couple maybe that'll be honored to have that opportunity. But it's neat to see that. And sometimes, and we even have that happening this year, we have kids coming out for the first time that are a little bit older, juniors and seniors, and it's interesting to see them participate and take hold of something, and hopefully there'll be moments where they'll be able to contribute and never lose sight of that for the rest of their lives.
Okay. Javon Thomas, JavonThomas. I'm a senior at East Lansing High School, and I play DN.
So this is your third year varsity?
Yes, sir. Been here since sophomore year.
What's it like on day one or day two to be out here?
And it's amazing. You just get reminded of why you come out here every year. You get all the family aspect from my teammates and stuff. It's hard to describe, but I love it.
Football, man, is drudgery. Football is why I'm holding a microphone.
Yes,
why do you say it's so much fun?
I mean, I always had love for the game, especially early in my school career, and it just carried on. And being able to share it with my teammates and stuff just makes it even better.
How is the bond on this team? That's something you work on through the year and during the summer, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I'll say that this year, probably out of my 3 years on varsity, we might have the tightest bond, just because of how close we are and the stuff that we do outside of just practices and workouts. How
much did you play a role in that now that you're an upperclassman?
I feel like I played a decent role, especially like in just inviting the younger people to come out with the older people and not like having like diversity within age and stuff.
I've been covering this program since I was like your age, but they have a great tradition here going back to Coach Roy Kramer and Jeff Smith. What does that Trojan tradition mean to a young man like you?
For me, the Irish tradition is just like knowing that all the graduates know what you're doing and like not to let them down. You know what I'm saying? It's something bigger than yourself.
Are you motivated to do even better than last year?
Extremely motivated. I feel like we could have went further in the playoffs last year. I feel like we're going to accomplish that goal this year.
Does that stick in your craw a little bit of these seniors?
Yeah.
How so? Have you talked about it?
Yeah, we definitely have talked about last season what we could do to like improve it. Yeah, and I feel like we have a great game plan and we're gonna execute.
Tell me about your decision to play at Eastern Michigan.
Oh, it just every time I've been up there like 6-7 times, and every time I've been up there, it's just felt like family. It's been amazing, and I'm looking forward to signing the papers and getting in.
When did you verbal?
On the 21st or 27th of June.
Of June. So
yeah.
You just did it a month or so ago.
Yeah.
Did you want to get that out of the way and concentrate on your senior year?
I definitely want to get out of the way before schoolwork started back up. I want to make sure that I had that secured, no distractions, be able to focus on my senior year, have a great year.
What do you love about this sport?
Everything, man. Just being able to get physical, being able to, like I've been saying, enjoy it with my teammates, and just the fun stuff. Like later, talking about the game after, having little team dinners at people's houses and stuff. It's a great, everything about it I love.